Hey everybody, Michael D'Angelo of Silence Media. Are you coming or what? Here comes the grumpy ogre. So everything we say and do is based on our opinions and the opinions of Silence Media. Say hello ogre here.
Oh, hello.
Grumpy Buddha. Alright, let's walk up. So Housing New Zealand finally fixed this lock. Well, had Coin come and fix this lock. Brand new lock, brand new connection, new bar going through, so it now locks properly. They only came and fixed it after shit was stolen out of their thing. All my sound gear, all my lighting gear, my laptop, and 2 server units. But to Housing New Zealand, they just apologised and that's it. But only the thing. This lock has never been replaced. The key, we don't know where the fucking key is. It wasn't given to us when we moved in. But because Coin only work on shed locks, they only replace that. So we have to leave this unlocked. Right. Yeah, there we go. We have to leave this unlocked because we don't have the fucking keys for it. Beautiful, isn't it? So where all this was where we put the sound gear, the lighting gear, and my laptop was sitting on one of the seats that we got inside now. And it was covered over with some black clothing. The 2 units in the back were moved at the back because kaput. But my server unit and my laptop unit were right here, and yeah, we found the door wide open. They had left everything else. They left the Dremel. They left the chairs. They left all the audio. All the speakers and that, but they just took my gear, which was kind of weird. We called the cops, and the cops turned around and said, "Oh, we might get there one day." Typical for our fucking neighbourhood. The reason there's so much crime in South Auckland is because the cops don't do shit. Cops don't do shit. Housing New Zealand doesn't give a flying fuck. But yeah, they fixed that lock after the fact. So what happened here? Right, when Coin came, they actually drilled that hole for me, so I could put this on. Otherwise, the gate had only this roper lock, because this piece here, let me move that out of the way. This piece here, we told Housing New Zealand that would snap on such a heavy gate. That was going to snap on such a heavy gate. Last Saturday, when the winds blew through here, it blew the gate wide open. And this piece that goes on here went down there somewhere. Well, actually, I found it about... Yeah, it was here. It was in this patch of grass here. So that's how hard it blew and snapped the lock and sent it flying. But we told Housing New Zealand that was going to happen. And they said, oh, we'll get somebody to see it. But they never did. So I went down to the City Bargain and bought that $9 lock. Works wonders. Not reaching all the way the fuck up here trying to unlock something that wouldn't unlock for ages. Housing New Zealand, you know. Oh, our bins came today. So our recycling bin, and there's the food scrap bin, and that bin, when we got here, had been stolen. So let's walk up this ramp. This is a frame, people. It's part of the frame. It's not part of the safety mechanism. It's just the frame. Now, we've spoken with the Disability Commission. This is not legal. This is not legal at all. But the OT signed off on everything. I'd like to know where she gets her qualifications. She's pathetic. Come up, Dean. Now, it's okay coming up here. Wait, fucking video. It's okay coming up to there, but when he gets to here, because it's not positioned to go around like it should be, it's easy enough to do. This is just laziness, right? Which is easy enough to do, right? He came up here on Saturday, coming through the gate, and turned around, and that's how we knew that the gate was broken, because when he turned up, I came running outside to let him in, and the gate was wide open. Anyway, he came up and he slid all the way over here, and if I wasn't here, he would have gone off the edge by hitting that little guardrail. Because when he slid, his chair automatically set to lock, and the tires just slid, and he just about went off. Housing New Zealand for you. Cutting corners. It's not healthy homes, people. It's unhealthy homes. Come through slowly. Right, you see how it dips in the middle there, people? That's because that whole piece is unlevel. Unlevel. So I'd like to know who the fuck signed this house off as a building inspector. Because work was done, but no inspector was here. No inspector had ever come here. That's Housing New Zealand. On the cheap, on the fly, and no inspector. That's why I got a letter saying that there's no insurance on this house. Because no inspector's been here. Otherwise, all Housing New Zealand houses have to be insured. Interesting, huh? So, they did this doorway. Oh, by the way, in a house that is designed for wheelchair users,
why have we got carpet?
Was there carpet? Carpet. Think about it, people. What does carpet do to the chair? And what does the chair do to the carpet? It wrecks the carpet real quick, but it slows down and puts more strain on the motor, but also puts more strain on the users that don't have motors. Common sense would say put lino down if you want to be cheap, or wooden floors, or even polished concrete. I mean, if it's heated underneath, it shouldn't be a problem. Oh wait, if it's heated underneath, we're talking about Housing New Zealand homes. Okay, now I wasn't going to be this negative, but I spoke to the housing agent through a text today, and he turned around and still, his apology for my laptop going missing was the most pathetic thing I've ever fucking heard in my life. They should be replacing it. Or they can come and get a full-time caregiver for my brother. A full-time caregiver, because that's what he needs. So, anyway, let's go through. So, instead of leaving this as a wall, because there was no actual door here, people, they ripped the hole out of the wall, or tore out a hole, so they could make this wheelchair accessible. I don't want to it's his room, so I don't really want to be looking into it too much. But no, you've got clothes all over the floor. Can you go in there, please?
Mate.
Hurry up. Grumpy little bastard. Alright, so that's all good. And that's how he wanted it, so that's how he got it. Right.
I didn't want it.
But that was originally in there, so that would have screwed it up even more. That was originally, after it being in there, they put it to here. They put a hole in the friggin' wall and nailed it into the wall. We took ages to unscrew it. But yeah, it's now at the front door because we can't use the front door because, well, his chair and my chair don't fit through the front door. Anyway, so from here, we go into the biggest fuck up of them all. Alright, so my last video I had to remove because I swore at Housing New Zealand. But come through, Ogre. Beast, get on the couch. Every time we do a video, he wants to get involved. I'll get him involved in a second. So what's happened here is, quite simply, this is not meant to be here. That's not meant to be here. It's meant to be switched around. Well, technically, this should be up against this wall. Right? So that when he comes in, he's got a place to back around, sit, and then get on the toilet. Gets on the toilet on the left side, not the right side. All his controls are on the right side. Now the problem is when the OT lifted up the thing, she cracked the plate, and now we have to remove this one because it's now just tied on with a thing. The OT did that. Alright, that's how pathetic occupational therapists from the DHB nurses has become. They think that touching a client is okay, even though the client didn't want her touching him. Huh? That to me is assault. But not according to occupational therapists. Anyway, this is the only place that we've found that's stable enough to keep Dean, because that doesn't fit on there. And when it does, it fits on there, but he can't get on it because he's hitting the sink. And he can't back into here because the sink's in the way. And even in my normal chair, back off, bro. I'm going to go get that chair.
No.
Alright everybody, this is my chair. Now when my legs are popped, I can't walk. So I use this chair. Alrighty. There you go, that's a normal chair. And as you can see, ain't no one going to be fitting in there. My chair's custom. Go back another inch, still ain't going to be getting in there. That's way too high. That's way too low. Even with these down, that's impossible. That's impossible. So the OT turned around and said this is a wheelchair accessible toilet. I turn around and say bullshit. Bullshit. This is not a wide body chair, this is a single body chair, people. That is a wide body chair. That is a wide body chair. That is a single person's chair. And when I say single, it's slim fitting, is what they call it. So, now, backing this chair into here because I don't want Dean doing it because it's completely uneven. Alrighty. Now, as you can see, that those wheels are off the ground. They're off the ground. Both of them. Now, imagine that being in there. Well, don't have to imagine it. Watch this. There's already shocks on his chair, but okay, back into the. Yeah, you good. Just remember, this is a man that needs to go for a shit real bad. Alright? He needs to go for a shit real bad. Stop. There you go. As you can see, uneven to the fuck. And he's got shocks on his. The wheel is spinning. And he's got shocks. Wheelchair accessible, my ass. Yeah, they're down further. Well, you don't see it because you're on it. You'll see it in the video. Here, let me show you the shocks, people. Alright, so there's the shocks for these wheels. Alright. Now, he has to transition from there to there. Now, the problem is, no, don't do it. That's an uneven surface going to an even surface. But even then, we're struggling. And the problem is, if he hits these walls too many times, they're going to crack because these are just cheap plastic. They're not real wheelchair accessible walls. And when he's struggling to get on that toilet, it takes him a good 3 minutes to get onto the toilet. By that time, I'm sorry, Ogre, I'm just going to say this, but by that time, he shit himself. And in the meantime, he still has to get this out. He needs to get this off. And as you can see, I'm having problems getting it off. Right, what happens is, you have to pull out the back. Don't worry, it's just toilet paper. Alright, you have to do that to get it off. And he has to do it while he's on there. But that'll fit over the toilet if the toilet's in the right spot. But this should be over here. Not where it is. Where it is just pathetic. How's in New Zealand again? Cutting corners. Cheap, nasty, and fucking mean. To the National Coalition that run Housing New Zealand right now, pull your head out of your asses. Seriously, it's unprofessional, it's rude, it's discrimination against the disabled of New Zealand. Discrimination. Just pure, straight out nastiness. And to the New Zealand DHB OT that signed off on this, you should be fired. You should honestly be fired. You signed off on this. Otherwise, we wouldn't be living in here. You signed off on it, and it's not even accessible for Dean to use. Oh, and to Giovanni and the rest of them who turned around and said that my brother would never shit in a bucket again. Well, he's shitting it 3 times, dickheads. I'm so pissed about Housing New Zealand. This TV, this more or less comes from Dean's inheritance money. Backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. The last TV a caregiver smashed. But we can't plug it in. And when we do plug it in, we have to wait for certain times where I can fiddle with the aerial to get it going. Because Housing New Zealand have an aerial. That's not theirs, that's mine. They have an aerial. Right there. Notice it? That's their aerial. Well, it's got 2 wires to it. Only one is connected. One goes into a jack point at the back of the TV, and only on certain hours of the day we can fiddle with it and actually get a TV channel. Let's see. Down the back bit, you see the jack to the jack point. Yet, it doesn't work. Down there, it's not even connected. The jack point is over here. But that is not even connected. We tried it. No, get this, people. This is how pathetic Housing New Zealand is. Let's go all the way down to my room. My TV doesn't even work. But you see that plug there? That's where it's actually connected to. And without this being attached, which is kind of funny, without that being attached and that one attached, he doesn't get aerial reception. With this one attached but not working, he gets reception. My TV doesn't work because I can't get connection either way, even when it's turned on. Housing New Zealand. Pathetic at the best. So, the only real thing that they've actually done is put doors in. They put doors in. Woohoo! They put doors in. But here's the thing, this is a flat air shower, right? It's uneven here, right along here to here. You'd think that, right? But it's not. It's actually just uneven here. And it's not even straight. It's like lumpy as fuck. And it's only, yeah, that's it there to about there. The rest is just flat. So water goes everywhere as soon as someone has a shower. I had a shower last night. It took me three towels and one big double thermal sheet to clean it up. My brother can't have a shower because at the moment he gets in that and it's wobbly as fuck because it doesn't fit the whole thing. He has to be stable at all times. Otherwise, his spine will fuck up even more than it already is. But Housing New Zealand don't give a flying fuck. They don't care. They said that this was his bathroom built for him. Built for him, my ass. Where? Where was it built for him? It wasn't built at the toilet. The toilet has stayed there. It's the same fucking toilet that was in there before they moved, before they started doing renovations. And we could see from that window to there exactly. It's not at the sink, because the sink technically shouldn't even be there in the first place. It should be over there. But that's the original sink. So this bathroom, it wasn't built for Dean in mind. This bathroom was built to make it look like Housing New Zealand. Housing New Zealand. Oh, yeah, another thing. Because Housing New Zealand decided to send a letter to my brother. This states, I'll just bleep that out, that the house is uninsured. Uninsured. Now, Housing New Zealand houses have to be insured, but you know why it's uninsured? It's uninsured because nobody signed off on this. No housing inspector, independent housing inspector, actually signed off on this house. So technically, we're living in an illegal house. And that's the New Zealand government cutting corners in every sense of the word. Now, people, this is my dog. He's a service dog. His name's Beast. Right? Yes, he is registered, but he just doesn't like his collar on. And instead of him chewing off his collar while I'm asleep, I just take it off him. But he wants to be in every video. Say hello. Eh? Yeah. So I'll just put him in there. Alright. That's my rant for Housing New Zealand's major bathroom fuck up and everything else. Oh, and by the way, I spoke to the agent, well, I texted the agent today, and said to him, oh, don't worry, I'll do a video explaining it, because clearly it doesn't matter how many times I tell him problems, you've got to actually do videos like this for them to get off their asses and actually do anything. But this is South Auckland. You know, it was meant to be a left-wing outfit, Housing New Zealand. Right-wing comes in and it's completely bullshit. Hey, uptighties are in there too. Left-wing, right-wing, they're all the same thing, man. They are all the same. They're so full of shit. But they're quick on the finger to abuse their tenants and use their tenants, and then turn around and blame them when the shit doesn't go right for them. That's the government for you. I'm Michael D'Angelo with Silence Media. Stay safe, be righteous, be well, be free. Peace.